Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Molly and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your girl's ability to understand and respond to some formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and little motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Molly is seated very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is one of your biggest problems, and the command is Molly, heel. Now at this point, Miss Molly has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when walking. Not forging ahead, not dragging you, not jumping at your legs, all of which we've seen, but walking nicely at your pace. Sometimes she gets slightly behind Rich, but I don't even mind that. It's better than getting ahead of him. When he stops, she's been taught to sit automatically to wait for her next command. So this makes working your dog a pleasure rather than a drag, and you're going to have to practice this a lot. And you can practice indoors as well as outdoors. And when Rich stops, she's been taught to sit. This is your sit-stay. Your homework will be to lengthen the amount of time that she can hold it and the distance that you can go. When Rich returns back to her, he will walk right back to her shoulders where they started. He gives her a little pat for praise. You don't want to overexcite her. And they take off heeling again. When Rich stops, she sits. Another sit, stay, hand and voice command. And this is helping to develop her focus. This is the come on command. She comes in and sits instead of coming and jumping all over you. And this has been a team effort for this girl. It wasn't you, it's her. She is extremely tough and hard-headed. Rich throws some turns in there to keep her focused on him. Keep her head up off the ground, keep her looking at him. You just saw she tried to jump, and immediately he told her no. This is your sit-stay again. And if she starts to get distracted, you'll see Rich take a step in. It's Molly come, and she comes and sits. Now the only exercise that she's not doing perfectly and we're using a little treat for is her down command. This is down and stay. And again, you can practice this right in your living room. You don't have to go outside. And Rich can return to her, just like he did on the sit-stay, right back to her shoulders. Now she's tired. There have been 3 of us out here working with her. So when she's full of energy and just had a nap or something, this would be stuff to practice with her right in your house. So we have demonstrated for you some of Molly's new skills on video, so you have something to practice with at home. You'll be getting a lesson with her tomorrow when you come to pick her up. She comes and sits. Very good. We've enjoyed having her. She is beautifully crate trained. She is a really good girl. That pulling was awful, so we wanted to make sure that was under control for you. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We will see you tomorrow.